Hey friends, hope you guys are doing well. I am back with another YouTube video, and in this YouTube video I am gonna review one of my other favorite brushes, which are silver black velvet. I absolutely love using these brushes, and I'm also gonna do a demo using these brushes. So stay tuned till the end, and without wasting any time, let's get into the video right now. Talking about silver black velvet, this is one of the other series that I love. I cannot live without this brush. It is just too perfect. Talking about the bristles. The bristles are made up of synthetic and natural squirrel hair. So it's a blend of natural and a synthetic bristle, and it works really nicely. It's very fine. It can retain a really good amount of water that we will just talk after some time. If a beginner is investing into an artist grade brush, this is the one that he or she should invest into. I always recommend my students to buy 8 size silver black velvet because it's such a lovely brush and it can be so versatile. You can use it for florals, landscapes, or urban sketching, cityscapes, whatever that person want to paint. And that brush also offers a really fine point that I will also show you. So currently I'm having all the rounds from 0 to 20, and you can see as 20 size can be a really big one, and I am also having a jumbo round, which is this one. So the jumbo round is basically brush that can offer really big washes, but it's not as pointed as the round ones. The main purpose is just to make big washes. You just have to mop the paper with color or water. That's what this brush is for. And then I am also having few of the mottlers, which are basically square wash or wash. I'm having 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch. I use 2 inch the most. I really am excited about this brush because I just added this brush recently. And then I'm having some other shape, which can be an liner or a script. The other brush is a dagger striper, and the third one is an oval, which is having a little bit of pointage, but it's basically a square brush with a sharp tip. This can also offer a very sharp long point. I can just show it to you. So you can see you can do a very fine detailing with this brush. Absolutely love this brush. And this is the liner, again, the brush that offers a really nice point. Here it is. And then we are also having the flat ones. I absolutely love this one because it's just such a nice brush if I have to add a lot of background in the portraits. And then we are also having a sharp tip at the back so that I can just scratch the paper and get that kind of effect. And I am also having the same brush in 1 inch and 1.5 inch. There is no difference between this one and this one besides the handle. I absolutely love this handle. I will choose this handle over this handle because it's just something that I enjoy. A little compact, looks a little more elegant, but also this one is really good too. So here I have illustrated few strokes from each of the number of from the round series from 0 to 20. So here you can see where I want your attention is. So you can see a size 20 brush, which is really huge, which is this one. So you can see it's really big, and my hand is comparatively a bigger hand. So it's such a big brush and it can achieve such a sharp point and with amazing big washes. And here are the other numbers. So you can see very fine point, very fine point, very fine point. Till here I'm like very super fine point. And then here the lines are a little bit more bulkier because the size of the brush is comparatively really big. And probably if people are using such a big brush, they will kind of shift to a flat brush instead of just using a round brush. And here you can see from here onwards which is size 8, from here onwards I can start using this brush as a wash brush too. That will probably work very well. So these are just the round one, and I just want you to make a comparison with a jumbo round, which is a brush with not a really good point, but it is the purpose of this brush is to make really good washes. So this is a size 20 brush. The bristle size, this is even having more bristles than the 20 size round. So you can see the difference, the point. And if I'm gonna just put it in the water, it's gonna have like this belly, which can have attain a lot of pigment. And I'm just gonna make a wash. So here you can see you can just smoothly go on. I'm using a very rough textured paper, so you can see you can get such a smooth and good wash. Or maybe you don't even need to have sharp point at every part, so you can also, like, if I'm having a horizon over here, right, if I have to divide the lower part from the upper part, this is the horizon, this is the sky, and this is the crown, this brush will probably help with that too. Talking about the shape, which is oval and striper and a script brush, you can achieve very fine lines using a script brush. So here you can see, if I want to make the poles or the lines solid strong lines, it also depends the fine line that I made using a round brush or a striper. It also depends a lot upon the control that you are having on the brush. So if you are going to use a very sharp point and your hand is very stable, you can get very sharp point like this, right? But if your hand is not stable, it can just vary throughout the length of the line. So you can get a comparatively thicker line, so we are talking about line, not a wash, and also you can get a very fine line just like this. The same thing with a striper, you can get a very fine line, but also it is having a square kind of ish thing, so you can see it is kind of square, which is kind of going to the top with it, so you can get like very fine lines without even trying to achieve very fine lines. But also, like, you can get something like this, but probably if you want to have a wash, you will choose a round over a striper brush. And then we are also having an oval brush. For the oval brush, you can see it's basically a flat brush but having a really nice point at the top. So this can be a very versatile brush where you can also get a point, a very sharp lines out of the brush, but also you can just go back and have washes too, which is like super good. Also, a lot of floral artists, I have seen them using this brush and they are making amazing art out of this brush. And I have used this brush very rarely, but I am really impressed by the performance that this brush is offering me. And then we are also talking about the mottlers. These are basically the brushes that I use for wet the paper before painting, when I have to do like major wet and wet technique, or if I have to paint like very big projects, then I am going to paint using this brush. Or if I'm painting portraits, I will use this brush, not for painting the portraits, just to add like some effect in the background. I need a dry brush effect, maybe I need some stroke that is just very expressive, but also it should start very nicely and then it should go expressive, right? So then I can just go with this brush, which is really amazing. I absolutely love all the three brushes. And also we are going to talk about these brushes, which are the flat, same as what mottlers do or the wash brushes do, the same purpose. The handle is big, so you can just have a little bit of distance. Probably you can also use the back side to scratch the paper just like this, and then once it has dried, the scratched area will dry a little bit darker. So here probably I can just do it. So here you can see the scratched area got darker, so you can get different effect while you're painting. For example, if you're painting hairs, right, so you can just paint along the stroke just like this, or you can also use a nail if you don't, but like I will really like to use this over scratching it with a nail. Now I'll do a painting demo using this brush, because if we talk about all the things and we are not caring if how the brush is gonna perform in the practical use, then I guess there is no fun. Also, the other thing, a lot of people care how the brush looks like, the handle and stuff. It is made up of wooden handle and it feels really good. It feels really premium. I do not care about these kind of things because the bristle is which is gonna perform. Actually, I'm gonna just care about that thing. But for people, those who are caring what the handle is like, it looks really good. It's very premium. The body is black, and I guess who doesn't like black? So I'm just gonna start with painting with the purple color. I'm just using the Windsor purple, which is dioxazine purple, for other brands, which is PV23. I'm just gonna paint like few flowers. I should water it down a little bit more. So once I have the base layer, I will pick a little more consistency of the color. So here you can see I can achieve a really nice point out of this brush. Also, I do not have to try to achieve a point out of this brush because it is just happening so naturally, because the way how this brush is engineered, that is just amazing. Also, for another example, like supposingly I'm just painting over some piece of paper like very big, and naturally I am lifting my brush, it is just coming back to a point. But with the other brushes, that sometimes I have to try to get it to the point. So it was a quick 10-minute demo in which I painted like few flowers and the green element. So you can see I was just able to achieve dry brush technique very nicely, easily. The brush comes back to a really nice point. I can achieve different effect. I can get like very smooth base layers and everything, not worrying going back and back, back for water and stuff. So I absolutely love the silver black velvet, and I really hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. If you did, leave a like, share this YouTube video, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you guys next time. Bye.